Developing now, we're learning new details in the investigation into the remains of a child found in the attic of her adoptive parents' home near 59th Avenue in Camelback. The remains, believed to belong to 11-year-old Anna Loera, also known as Charisma, were discovered by firefighters last month after her adoptive father, Rafael Loera, allegedly set fire to the home in January.
Police think that the girl died in 2017, but her adoptive parents hid the remains in the attic of their home for 2 years. Now a search warrant shows investigators found materials that may have been used to try to decompose the body, specifically agricultural lime. They also found remains of a blue plastic container. The parents, as Caribe mentioned, Rafael and Maribel Loera, have pleaded not guilty to counts of child abuse and concealing the body as police continue investigating the death of this child. DCS removed 3 other children from the home and said the children had signs that they had been repeatedly abused. The oldest daughter tells police that her sister disappeared in 2017, but her parents told her that they had sent the child to Colombia or Mexico.